Hey guys, it's Genesis Gaming or Jimmy here, and welcome to episode 2 of Road to the Revolution. And this is the first official sneak peek of Poke Revolution. Oh yeah, I'm really excited. Some of you have been asking for this, so let's get into it. I'm really excited to show off. I'm just going to show off one of our cities here, just one this time, and let's get started. So here we are. This is actually the first city you will come to after spawn. This is Oak's Lab here. Um, Now, currently, we are going to have, I guess kind of a spoiler here, we are going to have custom NPCs installed, so there will be Professor Oak upstairs here. But since custom NPCs isn't, I'm waiting on the 1.7 update, and then Professor Oak will be up here. And yeah, here, let me turn down this music real quick. Put it down there. Sound down here. Alright, here we go. Alright, so you notice that all this glowstone is glowing and stuff like this. Normally I don't use this texture. Well, I'm using a shaders pack along with my resource pack, which is Pokeballers. So that's why it's all glowing. I just want this video to look really nice. Let's do a little time day. Flash time day. Alright, here we go, guys. This is it. Boom. Look at that. Here's our first. Let's get a little cinematic view there. Oh yeah, look at that. Gosh, I think it looks so nice. It's turning out really nice. Alright, so let's jump right into it. Let's go show this off. So if you want to see that, there's the outside of our lab there. I think this turned out really well. Yep. So there we go, we got that one. Let's see. We'll save this out of the town for the last part. Let's head on over to the left here. What is that? It shouldn't be up there. Alright, let's get rid of that. And rid of this one. Just an idea we were trying, didn't really work out. So here's our lighthouse. I turned this into a parkour. And I guess this is another little spoiler. Some parkour is going to require the wall jump mod. And this mod is actually really cool. I mean, it's actually client based, so it's the player's choice if they install it or not. It's not going to be required for everything, but it's just a little bonus extra to make it, make our server a little bit different, to make it's actually a lot of fun. See, if I were to run up this wall, jump, and then hit F, I would turn around backwards. So we've actually implemented this in some of our parkours. Alright, so we come over here. Ooh, that's bright. Oh, gosh, missed it. Wall jump, and there you go. See, I just jumped off that wall up to here. And I'm not going to show off this entire parkour. I'm going to kind of leave it a surprise, but it gets more and more challenging as you go up, and it's really cool. Each parkour, or this parkour, has 3 different tiers. So you make it, this is the first tier, and you make it all the way up here. When you push this button, you get warped up to the second tier right there, and you get a checkpoint point. So let's say you're on the second tier and you fall down, you can come over to these signs and redeem your points. So you're at tier 2, actually you hit that button, you got your points for getting there, and then you can come down here and automatically warp there. So it's a cool little system I haven't seen other servers do. So you kind of get a save, you get one redo basically in your parkour. So in case you fall, you get another chance to do it. And so there's our lighthouse, and if we walk up here, we have just a little nice battle arena. Yeah, I should have got someone else on this battle or something. So this is kind of like our residential area, our district. There's the apartment building we're using right over there. We have a few houses. Right now these are fully furnished. May mix that up a little bit. There's an example of one of our houses there. Yeah, so we just have some houses around here. This is really cool. I'm actually really liking this. I came up with this idea of a Pokeball lamp, and we're using these all over the town, and I don't know, I really like it. Came out nice. There's some more houses down here. And With the shaders pack, the swamp turns green. I don't really like that much. It doesn't look nice, but whatevs. So yeah, there's our houses. Now this apartment building has like 200 or so rooms. I think in between 200 and 250. So we have plenty of rooms in there. And with this shaders pack, it looks really dark in there. I'm not going to do that. But the rooms get nicer as you go up. And the very top up here, you have your penthouses, you have a pool. I'm really happy with the way it's turning out. It's looking good. It's looking good. Okay, I'm going to save that over there for the last. I'm sure by looking at it, you can guess what it is. But I'm going to save it for the end of the video. So now we're back at the battle arena area. Oh, if you watched the first video of Road to the Revolution, gosh, sorry, my mind went blank. You saw this parkour here at Treetops. I also made this one. I made the lighthouse one and this one. This one is easier than the lighthouse, of course. Each parkour is going to have a name, it's going to have a rating, and the creator. Of course, I couldn't fit Genesis Gaming on there, so it's just gaming. But this one's easy. That parkour over there is ranked medium. So I'm playing easy, medium, hard are going to be our 3 ranks. And the parkour just goes on up here, across there, and over to that tree, that chest right there, if you can see it all the way over there. So that's our parkour for this town. I'm sure we'll add some more, actually a lot more. And here, right now, this is just a placeholder. These will be your specialty warps. So you'll have, I'm not going to give this away yet. Actually, I might, I don't know. I'll have to decide. I'm really excited about this one right here. Then we have the Hall of Fame, and we're going to have an entertainment area. The idea is inspired by Little Lizard Gaming. Of course, it's not going to be the same thing. We're not going to directly copy anyone, but the idea is the same like that. I really like the way they did that, and kudos to them. So here's a lab again. Let's head on over. Head on over this way. So we have a little fountain in the center here. Poke Center is actually the one. I don't need that. Poke Center is actually, this is from the Pixelmon mod. Normally it's just this first one here. Well, we made it into a double-decker, textured it ourselves. It's gonna be dark in here, sorry about that, guys. Yeah. So, this, and here's what we have for our Poke Center. Happy with the way it turned out. Let me make sure there's plenty of space, you know, for multiple people in here. Now, let's head on over to the Pokemart. I really like the way this fountain turned out too. It looks really nice. Okay, a little bit of lag there. Get on up here. Oh gosh. All right, and normally it's dark in here too. Normally it's not this dark, so I apologize about that. So now here, these are also placeholders because I'm waiting for the 1.7 update of Pixelmon to come out, because they may add more items. I don't know if they are or not. Don't hold me to that. I'm just making a guess. They might. Or, I mean, these prices aren't definite either, but these, we just want to set this up for this video here. So, yeah, here's kind of what our mart might look like. But so, yep. In here, this is kind of cool. This little, like this, every time I look at this, it reminds me of like a Dragon Ball Z pod, like where the Saiyans or whatever come in. It reminds me of that. So this are the donator warps to the towns and cities. So, I mean, these are obviously temporary names. Nothing has a definite name yet. So, all wrapped around all this column to every town and city, there will be a donator warp there. Now, I said town and city because there actually is a difference. My server is actually very big. It's very spread out, and See, I love Little Loser Gaming Server. I love Pokeballer Server. The only complaint I would have is that it's too small. There are times when you can render multiple cities in one screen, and I think that's, I don't know. Some people like that, and I totally I get that. I understand that, but also, I think when I think Pokemon, I remember having to adventure between every town. You'd go through a cave, or you go through this long forest or something. It was a journey to each town, and so that's what I'm doing on my server here. It's very spread out, and so the big establishments like this one, these are cities, and in between every city, there's going to be a smaller town, and the town will be halfway between the cities. So nothing, and this is a promise, nothing, no towns and/or cities can render in the same screen. None. So my server really encourages adventuring. It makes you actually, take a journey between the towns. I'm really liking the way it's turning out. I mean, it feels more like a Pokemon game. Um, I mean, and no disrespect or harm or anything to Little Lizard or Pokeballers. I love their servers. It's just it's something that I'd like to do differently. So we are. So yeah, this week to all the towns and cities. Um, yeah, let me set this back to daytime. All right, and now if you come back here, these are all the donated warps to routes and landmarks. So we are going to label every route between the cities and towns and etc. Right now we have more routes, I just haven't put the signs up here yet. But so donators could warp there. There's all the routes, and then you would have the landmark. I'm not going to show this off yet. I'm really proud of this big route bridge that I built, but maybe in a later video. So yeah, this is pretty cool. This little cove area. I like the way it turned out. So let's get out of here. So if you come over here past the mart, excuse me, this is actually the way out of the town. So right now we're just calling it First City because we don't have any names. So if you actually walk out of here, I'm going to do this on every route, entrance and exit. It tells you, of course you have your little signs telling you where you're going. If you walk through here, it'll actually tell you exactly where you are. You're either entering or leaving Route 1. So you never really lost. You see an archway like this, just run through it, and you know exactly where you are. So now I'm leaving Route 1 and entering First City. I think it's just a cool little feature I added. Okay, so that is actually most of the first town. There's no gym in this city. I said town, I'm sorry, city. So yeah, there's no gym in this city. We may change that later on, but right now we're feeling it like it's like a welcome town to get used to the server, the way things are going to be on here. Yeah, we have a lot of big plans for things to attract. Oh, I'm not going to show that off yet. I'm talking. We have a lot of big plans of mini games and side attractions and we've come up with some really cool ideas just to get distracted from the Pokemon too. I mean, it's still going to be about Pokemon, but not directly about battling or stuff like that. So we got some really cool ideas. I'm not going to announce them in this video. Nope. I'm going to keep you on suspense a little bit. All right, so let's show off the last feature here. All right, so this is the minecart station, the train station. So every city is going to have a train station. Every city, not town, but city. And they take you to one central hub in the center of the map. And from that central hub, you can actually go to every single city, any city, I should say, on the map. So every city will just take you to that hub, and that hub will take you wherever you need to go, wherever you want to go. This is really cool because, I mean, first of all, it adds just a little bit. I remember playing, especially like Pokemon Gold and Silver and those generation, and I remember seeing the train tracks on the maps, and I really wanted that aspect. I really wanted this train aspect. I love train stations. I love making them. So, I mean, every time I see this track, I keep thinking back to those generations, and it reminds me what they're like. I mean, I haven't played the newest generations, so I'm sure there are train tracks in there, or rails, or something like that, but this adds to me, it adds like another Pokemon feel to it. that no other server really has that I've seen yet. So I'm really excited about that. I mean, these rails are going to be running all over the map, so you can get wherever you want to. I mean, I'm happy with the way they look, the way they've turned out. I mean, it looks like Pokemon to me, and yeah, it's great. So let's do this. Let's do this. Alright guys, sorry about that cut there. My mic was acting up a little bit, but now we're back, and we'll show off the train station here. So as you see, we've just named it train station. We don't really have a fancy name for it yet, but that's coming. So on the bottom floor down here, we have arrivals, and this is where people coming from the central hub will arrive in the first city. So the minecart will come along here, it'll pause there, they'll hop on out. When they hit this pressure plate, the minecart will come on back, and the fence gate will open, and they can walk on out. So we have 4 of these stations down here, so at any time 4 people can show up exactly at the same time and land in these 4 stations, so just fill up one after another. But let's say 5 or 6, however many more show up exactly at the same time, they'll just come down here and drop in the water in this overflow. So that's pretty much the arrivals. Let's head on up to the departures now. This is actually kind of where we're going to end the video too. We've showed off most of, if not all of, the first city. So you'd come up here, you would buy your minecart, and then you'd place it on one of these 6 stations. A little bit of lag there. Alright, let's go on and do this here. Throw it on here. And the cool thing about these minecarts is that it gives you a cinematic tour of the whole city. So let's just take a look here. I just, honestly, I just ride these rails a lot. I just love looking at the city. Just gives you a little tour. Up there is the end of the lighthouse parkour. That's tier 3. There. Really happy with the way this turned out, and that right there is our to-do list. That won't be there on release. So that's the first city. So guys, thank you so much for watching this. If you enjoyed it, if you're excited for more, please subscribe, like, and share with your friends. It helps out so much. I'll see you on the next episode. Thanks so much for watching, and goodbye.